Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history
of YouTube automobile racing.
Are you ready?
Racing
fans, are you ready?
Go ahead and hit the like button if you're ready.
For the thousands in attendance
and the millions
watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, and welcome to another video. Ever since I purchased my 1999 Eclipse GSX, I've been wanting to run it against my 350Z, and I think now is the best time because the Eclipse is running strong. It's got a wide open exhaust. It's a little light on weight right now because the interior isn't fully in it. The Z, on the other hand, is, pretty much done. I've got a couple little things I have left to do to it on the, build of it. But, from an engine standpoint, it's bone stock. The only performance upgrades on this car are a high flow catalytic converters, Y pipe, and catback. But other than that, it is bone stock engine wise. The Eclipse currently bone stock engine wise, minus a K&N air filter and some NGK plug wires. So before this build gets a little crazy, which I don't even know if it will or not, I thought we'd square them off because I think it's going to be a pretty even race. Granted, the Eclipse is giving up about 7 years on the Z because the Z is a 2006, the Eclipse is a 1999. But I still think it's going to be a fun fight to watch. Now, just in case some of you are new to the channel, I'm going to take you through the engine bays, maybe go through a couple of the stats of the cars. That way you know for sure it's stock, and you can kind of see the toe-to-toe weights and horsepower just like you would for a real fight. So here is the VQ35DE. Nothing wrong with the DE in my opinion, HR boys, but it's not even running a special intake or anything. It's like a K&N filter with a piece of plastic here that's all messed up, and it's pretty hard to see on the Z, but we're running ISR high flow cats into an ISR Y pipe and an ISR catback. The Z does have a catch can as well. That's not going to give it any major horsepower though, in my opinion. So that's the Z. Over here we got the Eclipse running the 4G63T. I won't crawl into the car, but you can see down there maybe we got a new Megan Racing downpipe. Again, only modification here is a K&N filter, NGK plug wires. Everything else is totally stock. The head is freshly rebuilt. I'll put the horsepower of the Z here and the horsepower of the Eclipse here, the weight of the Z down here, and the weight of the Eclipse over here. Now these horsepower numbers will either be crank or wheel. I'll probably annotate that as well. But that should kind of give you a good idea of how these two stack up against each other. Now, as I film this, I have yet to find who's going to drive with me. Obviously, I can't drive both cars at the same time. So we'll find that person, and then we're going to probably do at least 2 pulls each per car. That way we can rule out driver error if it is a really close race. And then we'll probably do a few from rolls and a few from dead stops. That way we can determine a clear winner when this is all said and done. So I'll catch you as soon as I find my driver. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 140 pounds, one of the original bros, Jordan Carr, starting out in the orange 350Z. Well, we picked a beautiful day for this. I think this is gonna be round one. I've got the Eclipse, Jordan's got the Z. Dead stop, see what happens. On three honks, what? I
don't know, which one's faster in the start?
This one will get the dig, because this is all-wheel drive. I'll go when you go. First one.
Gotcha.
Regrettably, the fight's going to have to stop here for the time being. We're gonna have to wait for tomorrow and hopefully get some sun.
The next day.
Thank you for choosing Krispy Kreme today. What can I get started for you?
Can I get a dozen original glazed? Breakfast.
Megan's still sleeping.
Let the games begin. drivers, close course. How's she feeling?
You ready to do this?
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you drive that one, I drive this one.
Okay. Are you starting to get used to her? Alright. Clutch engages early.
At least, yeah, this one's not too bad.
And you gotta slip this. This one gets slipped. This one gets dropped. This one gets slipped.
Alright, noted.
Go get some practice in. Jordan's just gonna do a few practice laps in both cars before we really get after it today. I'd say he's got that one down pretty good. You wanna stay in that one or get on the Z?
I'm fine, I just, yeah, a couple more practice. Good.
Alright, I'm gonna hop in the Z for 1 or 2 here. Heat these tires up a little bit quick. Three honks. Keep your window down. You give the 3 honks this time.
I couldn't hear.
That was a pretty good one. Let's do one right here. 3 honks on you. I just got torched. Should we do a quick swap, get one more in each car, or are you feeling pretty comfortable in that one?
I'm comfortable.
Let's do a roll. 20 miles an hour, 30.
Wow. Well,
20? I think Jordan might have missed a gear on that one.
here's my gear, let's switch around.
All right. Switch cars or switch what?
No, head back that way, then we can get on.
It was at this point in the fight, I went straight on a road and Jordan took a right and I lost track of him. So I'm just gonna head back and wrap this up, I think. I found him.
We good?
I think we're probably good. Yeah. right, like any battle, there has to be a winner, and in this one, like it or not, the 350Z is definitely the winner. Now that said, I don't know if you guys remember the Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz fights from back in the day. I believe Conor lost the first one, and then later on got a rematch, and Conor won the second one against Nate Diaz. So not saying there will be another race, but I'm not necessarily saying that the Eclipse can't beat the 350Z. In certain scenarios, like a 0 to 80 pull, the Eclipse wins all day long, as long as there's no driver error. And you know, Jordan and I, neither of us are perfect drivers, so obviously in these races, you know, we miss shifts and we hit the rev limiters and stuff, so these aren't perfect races. But all in all, as they sit right now, if you're doing a straight line with, you know, regular tires on both, the Z is always going to reel in the Eclipse, you know, in the long run. And of course it should, because it's 7 years newer and has 70 more horses. My biggest takeaway from this is I absolutely love both these cars, and that's why I own them. I know some of you guys are on our 350Z guys, some of you are Eclipse guys. Why can't we all just get along? They're both sweet cars. They're both, you know, still a pretty good value. The Z's are going up, the Eclipses are going way up. So, you know, snapshot in time. I love these cars. I don't plan on ever getting rid of them. I do not condone anything I did today. Obviously, I've said this before, but don't go out street racing. It's not the right thing to do. It's just really fun. Now, going forward, if you liked watching the 350Z or the Eclipse today, definitely hang around. Got a couple things left to do on the Z, but pretty much it's close to done or built. We'll just be having fun with it from here on out. And then the Eclipse is just getting rolling on what we're gonna be doing there. I've got a boatload of parts at home. I want to get installed over the next couple weeks. There's just a certain order I want to do it in. So definitely hang around for that if you like what you're seeing with the Eclipse. In any event, I appreciate you guys so much for watching today's video. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one. By the way, I put the front bumper back on the Eclipse so you guys wouldn't give me any aerodynamic crap when it's going 80 miles an hour. I haven't showered yet today.